narcissism. True. And sociopaths. It's fabulous fun.
Do you relate to this at all?
Oh, of course, darling. There she is.
There she is. No, you were saying before that it's so much fun to be evil because then you get to get it all out and then you can go home and be nice as opposed to like playing somebody who's sweet and nice, then you go home and you're like an asshole.
Yeah, I'm a much nicer mother and friend when I'm playing a villain. As if I'm playing somebody soft and fluffy and nice, I tend to take it out on those nearest and dearest to me, whereas when you can go to work and get paid to be mean, it's much more fun.
That's a little terrifying.
Yeah, it is.
Let's break it down. Let's talk about Cruella, who is an iconic role that we all love. Love to hate, love to love. A little bit of both. But we got to see a different side of her, a different world of Cruella. How did you research for Cruella and then absorb what they told you? You know, Cruella doesn't traditionally have magic.
No, well, the boys were really clever, Adam and Eddie who created the show, because when I was hired and they told me I was playing Cruella, I thought, oh, and I couldn't go near the Glenn Close version because that was just too intimidating, because obviously she's a goddess. So I watched the cartoon just to get the angles and I get the sense of her. And then you go into the show and they're creating the stories as you go along, so you don't really know what's coming. And when they called me and they said, spoiler alert, you're going to die. I was like, okay, but it's going to be good, it's going to be juicy, and they've never made a villain before that actually was irredeemable. You know, so I was the first villain to be truly born bad. Yeah. So that was a lot of fun to play, just to be able to just be all out and have just no happy ending at all.
You still got my
It's once upon a time, no one's ever dead.
Or happy for too long.
Yeah.
I'm counting on it.
Well, then let's talk about Ursula.
Sure.
We have another iconic villain, but they turned Ursula on her head. I personally see Ursula as a very important role model in the plus-size community. She's a very, you know, it's rare to see plus-size characters. Was there ever a conversation about you gaining weight or wearing a fat suit?
No, I mean, but she also isn't black either, so you know, it's like...
Was there a conversation about painting you purple?
Yes, I'm not plus size and I'm not purple. So, you know, what I liked about the fact that they chose me to be Ursula was, you know, it was still thinking outside the box. You know, it wasn't, you know, like she's got to be this way. She has to, you know, do this certain thing. And then, I mean, more than anything, we talked about hair. You know, should it be a wig? Should it be the white wig? Should I go blonde? Like, what should we do with that to sort of like, you know, and then we ended up, you know, I went blonde and then we put extra pieces in to make it bigger and crazier and whatever. But, you know, like, it's like, I'm sorry, like, you can't make everybody happy, but like, you know, I know there was a lot of fans who were like, yay, an African-American villain, you know, because Disney hasn't been known for having a lot of different color either. So like, yeah, bravo Adam and Eddie for picking me for this.
Yeah. I want to take it to the fans in a second, so if you have questions, why don't we have you line up here and I'll bring the mic over to you guys. But before we do